about the athlete because you've been watching him and studying him. I have a great deal of respect for Pacquiao. And I believe that Shane Mosley will be victorious on that stage. You know, now the world will be shocked. I won't be. I'll be proud. I won't be surprised. But these are the athletes we're dealing with.
Well, I know you can't reveal, the main plan here, but how about a little? What do you think is a synopsis of the plan?
One of the things I think helped me going into this camp with Shane Mosley is that going into the last big fight we had, he'd been off for 18 months. So finally getting the rounds in and getting his rust off and getting used to being back in front of the lights and cameras and doing stuff is going to have him more comfortable, more suitable to what he needs to do. We know Pacquiao's a warrior. A great gentleman, Shane and Pacquiao. We know they're both warriors. So at some point in time, as we know in any situation, in any boxing match, a fight can break out. And it wouldn't surprise me if one broke out here. But I think my guy gets the better of the work.
People feel that Shane has to get to Manny early. Do you agree with that?
Well, you feel that in mostly every sport. In almost every sport you're involved in, you want to strike early. You want to be the first man off the ground and make everybody else go uphill. So that's always the way, But the thing about it is both of these athletes can adjust and can adapt. This is not the regular level of boxing. This is not the sub-level of boxing. This is the elite level of boxing. So you might, like I said, if Pacquiao got off the canvas 4 times, I wouldn't be surprised.
And in the 6th round of his fight with Margarito, he was hurt badly, actually, to the body towards the end of the round. Do you think that might be a key to this fight, is Shane attacking the body?
He's been hurt in a lot of ways. I've seen him hurt to the chin, I've seen him hurt to the body. The guy fights through it, So the key is that Shane has to bring the best Shane Mosley that we can produce possible. And then force our format onto Manny Pacquiao. Anything you think you're going to do once or twice and then think it's going to be on end the day would be ridiculous and be foolish on my part. Shane has the luxury to think like that he's a gladiator. He's going in there to kill everybody. He gets that luxury. I have to think about 12 rounds always, especially when I'm dealing with an athlete who I know is durable and I know is tough and well prepared.
And with Mosley coming off a draw and a loss before that, a lot of people thought he beat Mora in the fight that was a draw. Do you think if he would have got the win on the scorecards that maybe Top Rank wouldn't be even looking at him for this fight, like they'd look at him as a bigger threat?
Well, he's finding he came off a long layoff and a lot of personal situations that he had to finally surmount it. And he's finding his feet back in boxing and he's gotten comfortable. From the one fight to the next fight, he got a little more comfortable. As the fight went on in the Mora fight, you saw him getting more comfortable and attacking more. So this is why I'm looking forward to him getting right back into this camp and getting right back into the ring again.
The right hand Mosley landed on Mayweather in the 2nd round of the fight. If he lands that on Pacquiao, do you think that stops him?
I anticipate Pacquiao getting up off the canvas and jumping right back on Shane. 1-0 is going to stop Pacquiao.
So that is the key, just who's going to have the most endurance in this fight and be able to last through the championship rounds?
You're going to have to be, as we've seen with Pacquiao, you're going to have to be physically in a freakish condition, physically, and then mentally you have to be just as tough. You're going to have to have endurance mentally and physically in order to surmount this level. So we realize this with dealing with Pacquiao. Nothing about it to us is an easy fight.
Manny Pacquiao, we know that he's quick, but I think in Mosley, we're finally going to see Pacquiao face somebody that also has some speed, which we haven't seen him do in a while. How do you think that would play out, Mosley's speed as compared to guys like Cotto that he's faced, Margarito, who don't really bring that speed that Mosley does?
Well, the one thing, I believe Pacquiao will be prepared for it, but the one thing that I think Pacquiao finally facing is an athlete who's very similar to him in some ways, in the sense that we constantly talk about Pacquiao being a little guy, which I totally disagree with. I've said it 1,000 times, we heard 1,000 more times from my press. Pacquiao being a little welterweight is like calling Mike Tyson a little heavyweight. Okay, so he's a solid welterweight. Speed is going to be a key, but only because if Shane didn't have an amateur career, he would have probably been champion at 106 and 112 in those weight classes too. But he was fighting amateur then. See, so Shane's another guy who was from a small weight class that came all the way up to 54 one time. So this is where they face each other in similarity. Now Shane's a little more conventional, Manny's a little more unorthodox. They both have warriors in them. Nobody's ever made either one of them quit.
Thank you.
that's when it's going to be a clash of the Titans.
Thank you for your time.
Thank you very much.
Nasim, one more